Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make one of my very favorite recipes, and it's actually the first recipe that I published online in 2009, and now it's getting a little facelift. This is one of my all-time favorites for fall. It's a soft caramel dip that you can dip apples in or even pretzels. That's one of my favorites. So we are going to start with a half a cup of butter. We're going to melt that over medium heat. You just stir it a bit to get the butter to melt. Okay, when your butter is melted, you're going to add a cup and a half of packed brown sugar, a whole can of sweetened condensed milk. This one is a 14-ounce can. And then we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of corn syrup. And you can use honey in this recipe, but it gives it a honey flavor, which I don't prefer. And corn syrup is not the same as high fructose corn syrup that we've kind of been leery at. And I feel like if you just use it a few times a year, it's all things in moderation. So you're going to stir those together over medium heat, and it's going to start to bring on a caramel look right away. So when it comes to making caramels, the temperature of the sugar is what determines how thick or hard it is. If you wanted chewy caramels, you would cook it longer so that the sugars got to a higher temperature. And we're after a nice soft dippable caramel. And so what we're looking for is when you aren't stirring, you're just going to have a few bubbles coming up from the bottom of the pan. You're going to want to keep stirring it really often, because if you don't stir it, the sugar on the very bottom of the pan burns. If it starts to burn, which it happens to everybody, if you look away or you don't stir, just kind of keep stirring it, but don't scrape the bottom really hard, and you'll just see like little flecks of dark sugar. And it's not as appealing, but you generally can't taste it. If you scorch it really bad, you might want to just stir it over. It takes about 8 minutes in this size of a pan for the caramel to be the right temperature to be soft. You can already see on the edges it's starting to bubble a little bit. If you use a bigger pan with more surface area on the bottom, it's going to take less time. So if you're in a hurry, use a larger pan, but it has more room to burn too, so you're going to want to watch that. So when your caramel gets just that soft bubble, hurry and move it into another container so that it stops cooking in the pan. This recipe makes about 4 cups of a soft caramel dip, and one thing that I love to do is take this to a party or a church potluck or a gathering, because it makes a lot. So I'll make a big bowl of caramel, put it in the middle, I'll put it on a pretty cookie sheet, I'll do half sliced apples, half pretzels and pretzel sticks, and just take that to the party, and it's a real easy thing to take for a group.